All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. G1 Climax Day 9, Part 2. We are getting on to the actual G1 Climax tournament matches here. We have fast forwarded our New Japan World player to 1 hour and 40 minutes even. That's 14000. And we are going to play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And we have Hiroyoshi Tenzan here, Kota Ibushi, both in the ring already, and the bell just rang.
Absolutely, and here we go. Should be a very interesting matchup. Kota Ibushi most recently lost to Shibata in a great matchup. Tenzan, on the other hand, he's also been kind of struggling lately. He hasn't really been able to pick up any wins. Lost to, I believe, no, it wasn't Doc Gallows. That was Toriano. Who did Tenzan lose to most recently, Ashton? Do you remember?
Who did he lose to on the last show?
Yeah,
No, I don't. Was it Kojima?
I think you know what. Yeah, I think it was Kojima actually. So I think both of these guys are looking to get right, is my point. And here's the initial lockup. And Ibushi already taking control of the arm. Tenzan still has a bandage from his clash with Toru Yano. I mean, that was just a rough collision.
Yeah, well, I mean, those bandages are going to stick around for pretty much the rest of this tournament. They're not going to heal it for at least a month.
Absolutely. And now look at this here. The quickness of Ibushi could be the difference maker. However, despite the slump.
Makabe was the one that beat Tenzan most recently.
Okay, thank you, Ashton. So
I think
yeah,
Kojima. Now that I think about it, I think Kojima's in A block and this is B block, so that wouldn't make sense.
so
Or
Tenzan's
backwards. I said that backwards. This is A block. That was B block.
right.
Because AJ Styles is in A block.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes. So we know that Tenzan's been in a bit of a slump again. Ibushi also in a bit of a slump. We'll see who can get out of it here. I know, nice shoulder block there by Tenzan.
That's another thing I wanted to point out. This is a massive clash of styles too, because you've got Ibushi, who's very much high flying oriented. He's going to outspeed his opponents, get some strikes in when he can, and kind of bob and weave. Tenzan, very unorthodox, but for the most part, just a straightforward fighter.
And there's the first of what I'm sure will be many Mongolian chops from Tenzan.
Absolutely. He loves to use those things to wear his opponents down.
Absolutely. Now he's going to pick Ibushi up to just hit him back down again with another set of Mongolian chops. And I got to tell you,
It's only
Tenzan,
taking one each time. Most of the time, Tenzan has to hit 3 Mongolian chops to send somebody off their feet. But each time he's hit Kota Ibushi with a single one so far, it's taken Ibushi off his feet.
absolutely. You know, you have.
Ibushi, I'm not usually one to call a wrestler frail, but Ibushi definitely seems to be a little bit more frail than the rest of his competition in the tournament right now.
And I would certainly agree with that point. But what a drop kick there by Ibushi could create an opening here for this matchup for
Very
Ibushi to
nice.
take the offensive.
Yep.
And Tenzan better be mindful of his positioning. We could be getting ready to see a triangle moonsault from Ibushi here, potentially. Tenzan, I just trying to shake it off. I think his equilibrium was thrown off. And there it is, but he did have it scouted. Tenzan did have it scouted. And look at how Ibushi just tumbled out there. Man.
I thought at
His
first that Ibushi was kind of like aware of the situation and he landed on his feet and just kind of rolled through, but no, he just flat out crashed and burned, man.
He couldn't control the momentum, Ashton, and Tenzan is going to capitalize on this. I'll tell you what, Tenzan, I don't really think I've used this word too often in his G1 Climax tournament matches, but he seems to be in a dominant position right now. I mean, that moonsault miss from Ibushi could be a real difference maker. And see, that's the risk
Could be
of
fatal.
Ibushi. Beg pardon?
I just said could be fatal.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. I mean, that's the risk of his aerial offensive stylings, if you're Ibushi, is that if you miss, you're the one that takes the brunt of everything, and Tenzan knows it. And you can see now, Ibushi, I'm sure, favoring the back and midsection. Hit
They call
hard.
it high risk for a reason, brother.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Ibushi now gonna obviously break the count here. He's one tough son of a gun. There's no question about that. This kid has a lot of upside for all the critiques that we're given right now. It's just he does seem to be in a pretty rough way in this tournament ever since losing to Shibata, and it seems like that is going to repeat itself here against the NWA World Champion Tenzan. And now look at this. This is so smart by Tenzan. He knows that he sent Ibushi into the guardrail, and now he's going to wear him out with this rear chin lock. Now driving the knee into the same back that was sent into that guardrail, just driving the air out of Ibushi.
I kind of feel like the way that this card is structured is a little bit wonky because these guys make sense to be going on first, but then I feel
Right.
like AJ Styles versus Doc Gallows and Tanahashi versus Toru Yano should be the rest of the first 3 matches, because then we've got Makabe and Naito, and that makes sense as a semi-main event, but why in the world would Shibata Fale be anything but the main event of this show, knowing that they're the only 3-1 competitors, not including Naito, left in this block, and they're facing each other? I feel like they should be the main event for this show.
I would have to agree with you there. Shibata's been so impressive. Bad luck Fale, at least from where I sit, surprisingly impressive. Again, both at 3-1 standings currently. That will change tonight. What a spinning yoke kick there by Tenzan. I think
that was almost like a spinning toe kick. It looks like he flipped over and caught him with like the tips of his toes.
Yeah, caught Ibushi right on the face, and Ibushi, though, still able to kick out.
Yeah, and Ibushi even holding his face must have hurt quite a bit.
And, that's the thing, Ashton. We look at this class of people. A lot of guys are at 2-2 or 3-1, and like we agreed after yesterday, after Goto beat Okada, this tournament has opened up to really both those classes, because I was really focused on 3-1, but you even made a case for the 2-2 guys, like saying, well, they're not out of this yet either with this happening. And look at the power of Ibushi! Wow!
Very impressive.
Wow!
Call him frail if you will, but at the end of the day, this kid just showed a great amount of power.
Absolutely. Unbelievable. Can he capitalize? I don't think Tenzan was expecting that at all.
I know I wasn't.
I certainly wasn't either. It seems completely antithetical to what we've come to expect from Ibushi. And now he's going to go off the ropes here. Beautiful springboard drop kick.
Really
right
nice.
On the chest.
Yeah. And I think that my thing with that is, if you really look at it, it seems like Ibushi is changing his style up because he realized that Tenzan had all of his normal signature offense scouted.
Absolutely. A nice flurry there by Ibushi. Goes off the ropes here. A nice kick there. Using all that momentum to take Tenzan down. Goes into the cover. And Tenzan kicks out at 2.
Almost looked like a low-angle kick there, kind of aiming for the legs of Tenzan.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, Tenzan isn't the biggest guy, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be a redwood in order to get chopped down.
Absolutely. And, man, I think this win is so important. Well, really for both men. But if you're Ibushi, you have a chance.
Oh, what a clothesline there from Tenzan.
Yeah, Tenzan, just that raw power. And now could it be a suplex here? And he gets it.
Looks like it, yep.
I thought Ibushi was going to slide out because you saw him moving the legs. He couldn't. Tenzan won that exchange. Goes into the cover. 2. And Ibushi kicks out again. Ibushi staying in it.
Ibushi is a powerful guy, but I think Tenzan definitely has the power advantage in this match.
Certainly. I don't think anybody would argue that point with you. And now look at that, just trying to pick Ibushi up there. But Ibushi comes back. Ibushi showing life with the forearms. Now he shoots off the ropes. What a lariat there. But, oh, man, Tenzan's still standing. Tenzan's still standing. And, oh, wow, he staggers Ibushi back with a lariat.
Oh, and what a clothesline. Just takes his head off.
God, just the flip through of Ibushi did a 180. And now Tenzan, a little bit of a delay on the cover, but he gets it nonetheless. And it gives Ibushi enough time to kick out. I gotta tell you what, though, kick out aside, the equilibrium of Ibushi has got to be completely thrown off.
Oh, it looked like Tenzan wanted either an elbow drop or a headbutt there, but Ibushi moved out of the way. Oh, and she missed the kick, but Tenzan got the knees up for the moonsault.
How much preparation has Tenzan done for this match?
He clearly has done quite a bit of scouting of Ibushi.
He has a counter for virtually everything Ibushi has tried to throw at him in this contest. Missed the kick.
Except for that spinning, toe heel kick thing that he did, which isn't really something he normally does, so Tenzan didn't see it coming. Ibushi's key to winning this match is to change things up a little bit.
That versatility, that same versatility that I was worried about with Carl Anderson, we're seeing that crisis with Ibushi unfold in this contest.
Or another option would be to just outlast Tenzan, because Tenzan's a great fighter right now, but he kind of is in that Kojima class where he's a little bit older, conditioning isn't top notch. Oh, and what a headbutt from Tenzan there.
You better be careful he doesn't reopen up that wound.
Ibushi headbutts Tenzan almost in the neck, it looked like, now the Mongolian chops.
But in succession.
2. Oh, but he blocked the third one, and a chop of his own. Kick. Chop again! Ibushi with the flurry of offense, but Tenzan with a beautiful slam. What was like a hybrid of a Samoan drop and a flapjack almost, John, would you say?
Absolutely, Ash, absolutely. And notice here the store. Oh, Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice! Oh, he's
Will
got it
Ibushi
locked
tap
in
out
here.
here?
Oh, if Ibushi taps, that's more points for Tenzan.
We know Tenzan's gotten a win off of this,
I believe
but he
I'm
likes
correct
to
in
use
saying
the
that
Cobra
whoever...
Clutch. He likes to transition this into a Cobra Clutch.
Absolutely. And I believe I'm correct in saying that whoever wins this bout will go 3-2 in the standings. So not a small matchup to be sure. And now Ibushi going to try and regain a vertical base, but Tenzan still has the leverage. He still has the positioning. Oh, tried to throw Ibushi down, but Ibushi flips, and what a chest kick there. Oh, now the corkscrew, beautiful.
Corkscrew moonsault.
2. And
Looks
just
like
the idea.
Ibushi had Tenzan scouted a little bit there. We always know Tenzan sometimes lets opponents stand up when he has that Anaconda Vice locked in, only to slam him back down with almost a modified side effect. Ibushi saw it coming and flipped out of it, and then hit a beautiful corkscrew moonsault for a 2 count. Oh, it looks like Ibushi wants either a powerbomb or a pile driver here.
Absolutely. Can he? I'm thinking
power
power
Tenzan
bomb,
back body
but Tenzan
drop,
powers through. Oh man, off the ropes. Oh, what a kick to the head. Oh man, Ibushi, this could be his moment. He had that look on his face like he's aware. He's calling for the end of it.
He wants the Phoenix
Could this
Splash.
be it? Oh, you better take your chance now, Ibushi. This could be it.
He hit it.
He got it.
That's
It's over. It's over.
1, 2, and that's over.
3 count. That's the same move that beat AJ Styles. Ibushi is 3-2 in this tournament.
And at 3-2, we are guaranteed for either Shibata or Bad Luck Fale to join him, and Tetsuya Naito could potentially join him as well. If so, we would only have one. If Naito wins his match tonight, only 2 people in this block with a better record than Ibushi. AJ Styles, not even potentially one of them. Or Tanahashi.
Absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree with you. The landscape of this tournament, man, just continues to intrigue as Ibushi gets the win here. What a matchup, and what an effort by Tenzan. Had Ibushi so well scouted, but just couldn't seem to fight out or counter that Phoenix Splash.
The Phoenix Splash is deadly, but they call it high risk for a reason, and that's a really difficult move to hit.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And you know what, though? The precision of Ibushi made all the difference. He knew his positioning. He knew Tenzan's positioning, and that just made it easy to get the move off. I mean, the question was going to be, could Tenzan get the knees up? But I think he was so rattled by the kick to the head that preceded the splash, there was no coming back for the NWA World Champion.
And Ibushi here, enjoying his fanfare. This was a great match, but I'm super looking forward to the next series of matches because up next we've got Shibata versus Fale.
Probably the most intriguing matchup in my estimation on this card for day 9 of the G1 Climax.
Exactly. This match, it's not even necessarily something that I think is going to be a match of the year contender, but I am just so curious to see how Shibata is going to go about attacking Fale.
And that's the thing. I mean, Fale in himself, he's a behemoth. We've talked about that. We've talked about the size differential, the weight differential. The other thing, though, that I think we should give some attention, we don't know if he's going to bring any Bullet Club backup to ringside, and if he does, if they're going to play a role. They were absolutely crucial in Bad Luck Fale beating Tanahashi. They could be the reason Bad Luck Fale goes 4-1 tonight.
I completely agree, and I hope that if they do try and get involved, Shibata has an answer, because I'm rooting for Shibata in this match. He has very quickly made me a very, very big fan of his. He's really good.
And Bad Luck Fale coming out alone. This is interesting to me.
That might be his downfall.
It might be. I wonder if he's kind of underestimating Shibata a little bit. I mean, you know, when those two interacted in that tag match, it seemed like Fale really was having his way with Shibata. Whatever Shibata tried to do, Fale had an answer for it. So maybe he's kind of replaying that tag match back in his mind, and he said, guys, stay in the back, keep the drinks chilled and the women ready. This won't take long at all. But if Bad Luck Fale does have that mindset, could be a very costly mistake, the kind of mistake that makes a man go from potentially 4-1 to 3-2.
Absolutely. And I'm curious now. Shibata comes out, and Fale seems to be alone. Seems to be. I want to emphasize that. You never know if somebody's going to come out of nowhere and wreck things for Shibata, but he does seem to be alone, and Shibata has been on a roll. He has not lost since day one against AJ Styles.
Absolutely, and even that contest, I mean, Shibata showed us the heart, the resiliency, the tenacity that he brings to the table. And Shibata, I think, one of the most dangerous participants in the G1 Climax tournament. Him and Naito, I would describe. And it's weird, that word, dangerous. But Shibata's dangerous because he's just so good. The fluidity of his holds, his submission acumen, his striking acumen, just everything about Shibata. Such a well-rounded athlete. Naito's dangerous because he's just so methodical. When he has a game plan, he sticks to it obsessively, and it pays off. Here's the thing, though. Shibata beat Naito. So I think to him, he was kind of claiming that yard as the most dangerous competitor, bar none, in this G1 Climax tournament. And here he is. And, we know the backstory of Shibata. You schooled us all on it, Ashton. I've said that I kind of view the G1 Climax as Shibata's redemption, at his chance to get to that next level, to be the man. He couldn't be the man in MMA. He's had his eyes on being the man here. Will you be the man by beating the man, that man currently being Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion? Shibata wants a shot. He's hungering for a shot. And if he wins this tournament, he will get one. Only one problem. He's got to go through Bad Luck Fale first.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're already going into our 5th round of matches. Once this night is over, the entire A block will be halfway done with their road through the G1 Climax. It's crazy to think about, but Shibata is definitely a favorite of mine. Not necessarily to win, but definitely just a personal favorite as far as just how much I appreciate his ability to work in the ring, and again working from his back, kind of like what he did it was against Makabe, wasn't it, or against Naito?
I think it was against, I want to say Naito. We definitely saw it in the tag match that he had against Bad Luck Fale.
That's right. That might have been what I was thinking, because I know he worked that same thing against somebody else very recently, but I was trying to remember who it was. It probably was just the tag match against Fale. But now Fale with the bear hug reverses momentum and has Shibata up against the ropes.
And that is the point that I was making. You saw Shibata tried to go for the waistlock. Fale with ease broke out of it and reversed it. And you saw he just took Shibata down to one knee with a knife edge chop against the ropes. Bad Luck Fale, man.
And now the choke. Blatant choke.
Absolutely. And Ashton, I mean, let's talk strategy here. You said that you've become such a huge Shibata fan. You've watched the matches same as I have. What does Shibata do here? How do you tackle a guy like Bad Luck Fale? Because, yeah, we can say chopping down the redwood, and maybe Shibata will employ that strategy. But is there anything else you can do? Because Shibata, or I should say Bad Luck Fale, he's no oaf. He's not just going to allow Shibata to do whatever he wants. Bad Luck Fale's got a brain between those ears. And I think that just spells all kinds of bad news for Shibata.
I think the one thing Shibata needs to keep in mind is he should not try to get into punching matches with this guy.
Oh, man, like a single leg takedown, and he got it. He got the single leg takedown.
Going for the figure four this early. Look at that.
And he got it.
And look how high up he has his hips raised. That'd be incredibly painful.
Shibata just shut me up, I'll tell you what, because he got that figure four in with ease, just picked the leg like it was nothing. I thought Fale would show much more resistance than what he did.
I think the one thing that we're forgetting about is just how technically precise Shibata is.
Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
not something that Fale has or will ever be able to say, but he can do that.
Oh my God. Just imagine that is all of Shibata's momentum working against him when he collides with that shoulder block. And he doesn't even know where he is. He's like, he's on the apron. He's pulling himself up by the ropes, but that's just it. And oh my God, right into the guardrail. Jesus, Fale. just imposing his will quite literally to Shibata, knocking him off the apron, his arm hitting the guardrail, and I think it was the bad arm, Ashton.
I think you're right, yeah. That's not good news for Shibata now. Oh, and up against the other guardrail now, too. Fale taking control. This is a lot, very similar to how he beat Makabe.
And see, this is where I really see the disparity arise between Fale and Shibata. Shibata can execute a beautiful chain of maneuvers to weaken his opponent. Fale can do the same thing. He only needs one. And that's the difference. Shibata, his offense is going to be successive. It's going to be succession-based. Fale, he can just run into you, and he's retaking control.
And that's exactly what he did. He literally just ran in to Shibata and completely turned the tide of this match.
Oh, man, Shibata, you got to slide out of this here. You got to... Oh, my God, the throat! Oh, God, and I think he's favoring the arm, too. Fale just doing whatever the hell he wants to Shibata. I've never seen Shibata look this human. Oh. I mean, yeah.
Oh, the referee's counting. Fale wants to count out victory.
I don't blame him. Get out while you can get it. The underboss, tonight he decides he doesn't get paid by the hour, and now he's just waiting. And that's the thing, Ashton. I want to point
17,
something else out.
18,
my God. Oh, my God.
19. Oh, and Shibata just gets in.
Oh, my God.
I want to...
Absolutely, Ashton. The desire to win your block, to win this tournament, to get a shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. There are the forearms there by Shibata, however weak. And just one forearm from Fale. Send Shibata back down to both knees, and now Shibata, defiant. He will not remain on his knees, and again, Fale sends him there. But again, Shibata
keeps getting up, though.
That resistance. And again answers it. Oh, sent Fale staggering a little bit there.
Fale is hitting Shibata so hard, but Shibata just keeps on eating it, getting back up and firing back. But now, looks like Shibata was a little bit too dazed to return fire. And Fale picks up an advantage, just scoop slams Shibata with the greatest of ease. Goes for this, but the splash missed. Shibata got out of the way of the splash.
That could be a difference maker right there. That could be a difference maker. Shibata's got to get it together.
Even if Shibata doesn't use this as an opening to start his own chain of offense, he can take a breather. But he does! The drop kick, the low angle, the basement drop kick to Fale in the corner there. That's step one. Shibata needs to string together about 13 more of these things to get Fale down for 3.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to suplex him, Shibata. 1, because of his size, and 2, because you're probably gasping for air after hitting the guardrail so many times. And now runs off the ropes, and Fale caught him. But look at the slip out!
Sleeper!
Oh my God! What a victory this would be if he can make Fale pass out here. But look at Fale
back into the corner.
You got to give Fale credit there. It's not just the fact that he's a mammoth. He knew where he was at all times.
Exactly.
He knew where that corner was. That was brilliant by the underboss. Oh, and now throttle Shibata by the throat.
Oh, he wants the grenade.
Could it be the grenade here?
Oh, what a kick from Shibata! And another kick to the back of the head. And he grabs it from behind into the sleeper again.
And now this is going to be more effective because the positioning is more in Shibata's favor. Fale down to one knee. But Fale regains leverage. Fale regained the vertical base though. But now look at this. The body scissors. Shibata's going to try and make that work. But Fale again. I don't know why Fale just didn't grab the rope. He was at the corner. I think he could have just touched it. But now I think Shibata thought the same thing and he traps the arm. Brilliant. But again, Fale, and he broke out of it. Ashton, that is the second time. We rarely see people break out of it the first time. Fale has broken out of 2 Shibata sleepers, and what a clothesline there. How impressed are you with the underboss right now?
I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. I don't know. I'm kind of concerned for Shibata, to be perfectly honest. Oh, and now he wants the bad luck fall. He's gonna go for it. Is Shibata gonna be able to find a way out of this?
The bad luck fall.
Oh, back into the sleeper. Into the sleeper. And he's got it locked in this time. But again, Fale backing into the corner.
What an ingenious counter by Shibata. He's got to hang on this time.
He's got it locked in tight. He's got the body scissors. He's got it down to one knee.
Fale Sinking. Fale is sinking. He's sunk. He's sunk. This could be it for Shibata.
He goes for it. He got it. Go for
He
the
got
pin.
it. It's over. It's over. One, two,
3. That's it.
3. He got him. I don't believe it. Shibata can say, I made the boss fall. 3 sleepers. It took 3 sleepers to put down the underboss. That shows you that he is 3 times tougher than the normal human being that can't even withstand 1. But Shibata was up for the challenge.
So impressive.
And let's talk about the bigger story here. It doesn't get any bigger than Bad Luck Fale, but I digress. Shibata is now 4-1, and you see him holding the fingers up because he knows what a record. What a record for Shibata.
The best record in G1 so far.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you something.
The only other person in this block right now that could potentially match Shibata's 4-1 record is Naito. And guess who won that match?
Shibata did.
Shibata has the one-on-one advantage over Naito. So if they finish this tournament both 8-1, Shibata wins the A block.
And I'm so glad you brought that up, Ashton, because you educated our viewers on that very fact that if there is a tie in the block, whoever won that individual matchup, so again, to your point, if Shibata and Naito do tie, we go back to the Shibata-Naito matchup. Shibata won that matchup, and yeah, that would make him the winner of the block. So, very, very interesting here. And now, talk about interesting. Bullet Club stablemates. This is not unfamiliar territory to Doc Gallows. He faced Bad Luck Fale, who again just took a loss here. And now he's going to have to face AJ Styles.
I don't know if it'll be collusion or not, but I definitely think AJ Styles is getting a win here.
Oh, certainly. AJ Styles needs to get back on the board. He needs to get back on the saddle and get a win here. He is currently at 2-2. Could he join the man who beat him, Kota Ibushi, and move his rank up to 3-2? That remains to be seen. Gallows on the other.
Again, sporting very similar face paint to what Finn Balor wore in Japan for his NXT title win.
Now Doc Gallows bragging about, yeah, I'm one half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Currently has a record of 1-3. He finally broke his losing streak by beating Toru Yano. But no offense to Toru Yano, he's no AJ Styles. So if Doc Gallows thinks that he's going to move up to 2-3, he may. We've seen upsets in this tournament. Upsets are possible, but it's going to be.
And look no further than the match that we were mentioning most in the match that we just got done with. Fale overcoming Tanahashi was a huge upset.
Exactly. And Doc Gallows, if he could beat AJ Styles, his record may only move up to 2-3, but it's what that moving up kind of symbolizes. It's what that number 2 represents, because AJ Styles would have made that possible. And you have to imagine major bragging rights for Doc Gallows. And, I'm not even going to bother asking the question, how are these Bullet Club stablemates going to approach this matchup? Because I think we saw that already with Doc Gallows and Fale. I can't imagine it being any different here.
Yeah, they respect each other, but that doesn't mean they're going to take it easy on each other.
Exactly. AJ Styles may be at the helm of the Bullet Club, but I think he would frown upon Doc Gallows if Doc Gallows didn't give him 110%. And there is AJ Styles, who is 2-2 again. Not exactly the standing that I anticipated AJ Styles having if you would have asked me at the start of this tournament. But here he is. And he
losses to Kota Ibushi and to Naito.
Absolutely. Naito, most recently beating AJ Styles, getting his win back from Wrestle Kingdom 9. AJ Styles, look into those eyes. That's an eyes of the man that doesn't have a worry in the world. He knows. He's aware of his record. He's aware of his standing. But AJ Styles, if he's sweating it, I challenge you to know it, because I certainly wouldn't. And AJ Styles now coming into the ring. All geared up. He is ready. I think AJ Styles, this matchup may be more important than we realize. It's not just about 3-2, but I think this matchup may serve as a reminder to the viewing audience of just how damn good AJ Styles is. And no more proof of that than getting a victory here.
And it's worth noting, if Gallows wins this, he and AJ would have the exact same record at 2-3.
Absolutely.
Because AJ right now is only 2-2, and I've been saying it since Okada lost. I think two people that are 2-2 right now stand plenty of chance of winning the entire tournament, but it's an upward battle. It really is. It's an uphill battle.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you on all counts. No contentions there. But what a story it would be if Doc Gallows, the man that, lost to Tenzan and Ibushi and just was on such a losing streak, could actually beat AJ Styles. Because AJ's tournament experience was a bit kinder at first. He beat Shibata, and then he won again, so he was 2-0, but then he lost his other two matches, and there's the two sweet sign of respect there. And we'll see now. I'm very intrigued about this matchup. Can Doc Gallows pull off what I think you and I would both color as just an incredible upset?
And while I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, if you can manage to put it past yourself that these guys are stablemates, there's a great underlying David versus Goliath story here too. Because AJ Styles may be 5'11" at the very most. Doc Gallows a very solid 6'8", and this is very much power versus speed.
Absolutely. And Doc Gallows holding up the sign again. AJ Styles, though, did seem a bit frustrated. And see, that's the thing. The idea, like you said, if you could get past it, if you could put it out of your mind, I guarantee you these two guys are going to put out of their mind that they're stablemates. Because, hey, stables don't share a world title. There can only be one. And these guys understand that. Yeah. Haven't seen... Oh, look at that stuff that dropped old attempt. And now Gallows literally trying to stomp into AJ Styles. Wow.
3 stomp attempts, and AJ rolled past all 3 of them. Very impressive. It's almost Jack and the Beanstalk-esque.
Definitely. And AJ going to have to regroup here. Going to have to reassess the situation. And look at that, though. Creates a distance between him and Gallows. And yeah, I was going to say it was paying off, and then Gallows with that throat thrust. And then look at that step-up enziguri by AJ Styles. Now,
almost looked like he wanted to do a Hurricane Rana, but he ended up just kind of turning it into an enziguri.
Absolutely. Flying clothesline in the corner. Staggers Gallows. And now AJ's going to shoot him off the ropes.
Gallows has the power game. He's got the power advantage big time. AJ is small enough to be a junior in New Japan right now.
Absolutely. Look at the leapfrog, though, by AJ. And now, could it be the drop kick? And yes, he did. He got it. He got
the drop kick, and it sent Gallows all the way out of the ring. Very impressive.
But not off his feet. And I think that's worth noting. Gallows able to maintain his vertical positioning. And now
AJ slingshot. No, he missed.
Oh, Gallows had it scouted.
Gut. Gallows whips AJ into the guardrail, and AJ jumps over it. Gallows is going to come out. No, AJ counters with just a punch to the face. Now
he vaults over the guardrail for the forearm.
Goes for a springboard forearm there, but Gallows chokes him. Choke slam onto the apron.
Wow.
Gallows with no remorse whatsoever here, not showing any kind of... He's not pulling any punches against his stablemate here.
Absolutely. And now Gallows, I think, is very proud of himself. And you know what? I'll permit him to have that one. That was an impressive feat of strength. That choke slam right on the apron.
That time he sent AJ into the guardrail, and AJ didn't quite have the wherewithal to jump over it this time. And then a huge uppercut from Gallows, and now just stomping the air out of AJ's lungs.
That's just it, Ashton. Here is almost kind of the ingenuity of Doc Gallows' offense, whether he even realizes it or not. He choke slams AJ on the apron. That's got to be killer on AJ's back. Then he sends his front into the guardrail. Long story short, everything has to hurt for AJ Styles right now.
But if you'll notice, it's all focused in sort of that midsection, and what is being protected by the ribs, by the backbone, by everything going on in the midsection, your lungs. He's trying to make it hard for AJ to breathe. If you can't breathe, you can't win, John, right?
Absolutely, my friend, absolutely. And Doc Gallows.
Doc Gallows is learning from Paul Heyman.
Absolutely. I gotta say though, if you're Doc Gallows, you don't take it out.
Wow!
God,
just shoots AJ into the corner up against that turnbuckle pad, which does have metal in it, so it's not like it's just a pillow going on there. No, it's harder than you might think. And now Gallows, huge headbutt to AJ, sends him off his feet even. AJ Styles is reeling right now. He needs to recompose himself.
Absolutely. There's an
Elbow
elbow
drop.
drop from Gallows.
And another one. He's going to go for at least 3.
And now Gallows with the third, and he got it. Now I think he's going to go into the cover here. You'd have to imagine, and he does. Hooks the leg.
2. Oh, no, AJ kicked out even before the ref hit 2.
I was going to say earlier, if you're Doc Gallows, even with your dominance, don't allow your dominance to make you become lax. Always remember who you're in the ring with, and I think Doc Gallows is taking note of that because he has not let up on AJ Styles.
Yeah, absolutely. Not pulling any punches, not trying to show any kind of signs of weakness just because it's a stablemate.
And this seated headlock of sorts, so brilliant by Gallows because it continues the game plan of just driving the air out of AJ. AJ does regain the vertical base, but Gallows keeps it cinched in.
Oh, but AJ gets out of it with the elbow to the gut, 2, and a third one, and now AJ's going to go off the ropes, I imagine. Yes, he does. Gallows with the back elbow, though, takes AJ back off his feet, and Gallows, with one move, again, remains dominant in this match, and then a kick to the chest. Leg drop.
Nice
Doc
leg
Gallows
drop.
is really taking it to AJ right now.
Absolutely. No, Doc Gallows not going for the pin attempt. That surprised me.
He knows AJ isn't that weak. He knows AJ isn't going to get pinned by that little offense.
But to your point, Ashton, when you talk about the one move from Gallows, it kind of harkened me back to the bout we just saw, Fale versus Shibata. It only takes a guy like Fale one move to get back in it, but Shibata, I think much like AJ, is just so proficient everywhere else that it more than compensates. AJ's not out of this fight yet by a long shot.
Yep.
Now those body blows by Gallows just sent AJ down, and now Gallows going to pick AJ back up. Irish whip into the opposite corner. Fires in. Charges.
But the knee misses.
The knee.
And now AJ takes the knee out.
Beautiful.
Man. So not only are these guys not pulling punches, but it looks like AJ doesn't have any kind of problems with going after body parts either.
And why should he? He got chokeslammed on the hard part of the ring, that apron. And now he's softening up Doc Gallows' leg, his knee, for what you'd have to imagine would be a calf killer attempt later on in the matchup.
Say what you will. I think it looks to me like AJ isn't only concerned with winning this match, but making sure that Doc Gallows doesn't win a lot of other matches as well if he's going to target that knee.
Absolutely. But again, another throat thrust by Gallows. And now AJ, though, responds with the forearms and the flurry here. Nice back. Oh, wow.
But Doc Gallows is just angry about it. Back fist, lariat, kick to the leg.
Another
fist
back
again.
fist.
Another
kick to the leg. And now, I thought Gallows was going to catch him, but no, it was a leaping clothesline from Styles.
Yeah, and Gallows just kind of on his back now trying to figure out what to do next. AJ Styles, in the meantime, on his way up to his feet, trying to kind of take into account what's going on right now, the kind of situation he's in. He does have an advantage. Maybe is he going to go for a submission or just a gut kick? He's going for a submission, but Gallows kicks him off. AJ grabbed to the rope there. He didn't go all the way to the outside. He's just kind of chilling on the ring apron. Now a springboard forearm. I can't believe Gallows didn't catch that either.
Hook the leg too, and Gallows kicks out.
Gallows seems a little bit off of his game now that AJ's back in control.
Absolutely. And now AJ, can he stay on Gallows here? A nice kick to the gut there. If I'm AJ, though, I stay on the legs. Uppercut. And another uppercut by Gallows. AJ, though, responds with a right hand. Jesus. And a kick to the gut there.
Is AJ seriously going to go for a clash right now? Gallows with the back body drop. I mean, you would expect that. AJ, that seemed like a foolish move on AJ's part. I know he wants to catch the guy off guard, but when you're Doc Gallows, I mean, he's difficult to lift up into the Styles Clash in the first place. Now you're going to try and do it on a whim, and Gallows just clubs him, maybe going for a powerbomb here, or maybe even a border toss. Or no, it looks like maybe a dominator.
Oh, flipping cutter there. Wow.
One. Two.
AJ
kicks out.
Oh, and AJ kicked out. Nice maneuver by Gallows, though. That cutter by Gallows. Modified, almost like in a dominator position into the cutter, but it did not get the job done. Now he takes AJ to the top rope. I don't know how wise this is by Gallows.
Definitely not, especially because it looks like AJ's been really working on that knee. You would definitely think he's going to go for the calf killer here soon.
Absolutely. Gallows is limping, and there's the formation, and there it is!
Yep.
There it is.
You can't get that up in AJ's face, especially when AJ has an elevation advantage, because he'll flip right down on you.
Absolutely. The repositioning, the weight shifting by AJ Styles, beautifully done, but Gallows does get to the ropes.
Very good, very good. Gallows keeping in this, not getting taken advantage of.
But I think the bigger story here, Ashton, is yeah, he found refuge in the rope, sure, but it does more damage to the leg. And now, oh, look at that, using a free arm there again. Another uppercut to AJ there. AJ now on the top rope, tornado DDT. No, Gallows stuffs it. Could it be a vertical suplex here?
Gallows
Stalling it.
almost into a jackhammer.
2. And oh,
and
AJ
kicks out. So close, though. So close.
I'll tell you what, though, for a man that started out this tournament so poorly, Doc Gallows is giving AJ Styles a run for his money here.
Gallows wow, it looks like, I mean, if this was WWE 2K15, he would be charging his finisher right now. He wants to choke bomb. Here we go.
Choke bomb here, but again,
AJ kicks, again, going after, and then to the enziguri. So he's doing a combination. He's taking out the leg while simultaneously knocking Gallows loopy.
Absolutely.
And again, now he wants the clash. And another back body drop. But AJ lands on his feet. Gallows goes for a forearm. AJ Pele.
There it is.
AJ wants to. What's he doing here? Bloody Sunday. Oh, plants Gallows on the top of his head.
That could be it there. 1,
2, 3
count.
Wow, AJ won with Bloody Sunday.
Very impressive by AJ Styles.
Didn't even need to resort to the clash.
Well, he knew he wasn't going to get it with Doc Gallows' power advantage. But AJ landing on his feet and getting that Pele made all the difference in the world. That was the real tie turner. Then he was able to get off Bloody Sunday, and that led to the 3 count. AJ Styles, your winner here, as he moves up to 3-2. Gallows moves down, I believe, to 1-4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Gallows is definitely down and out right now. But the one thing we can say, at least he has a win, which is more than we can say about Hanma, unfortunately.
Absolutely. And now AJ checking on his Bullet Club stablemate. He is checking on Doc Gallows here. I think commending him. Oh, look at Gallows, though. Oh, okay.
There's still love. There's still love. Love and respect, man. Love and respect.
I thought that Gallows was going to be frustrated with AJ. He's got to be frustrated with himself.
Oh, absolutely. And I wouldn't be able to blame him if he was. It makes sense. He's on a losing, well, maybe not necessarily a streak, but he's still struggling mightily in this tournament. 1-4 is nothing to scoff at.
Absolutely. And again, let's be honest here. I mean, not to take the piss, if you will, out of Doc Gallows, but the one victory he got over Toru Yano, it took a lot of Bullet Club assistance. Maybe Doc Gallows is going to have to confront the fact that he's not on the same level as the other participants in this tournament. I mean, I hate to be that cold about it.
Well, no, I mean, your point, though, not only did it take a lot of Bullet Club assistance, he straight up didn't even win with his own finisher. He won with his tag team finisher with Carl Anderson, who went so far as to actually get in the ring to help Gallows win. And if you want to take it even a step further than that, it was Toru Yano's first singles match after having his head busted open by Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Absolutely. And the intrigue just keeps piling on as Togi Makabe, the never openweight champion, is going to go one-on-one with a former never openweight champion in his own right, but a man that's fundamentally transformed who he used to be in Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah, and these are two very different, not only styles, but very different demeanors too. Because Togi Makabe is very no-nonsense, very, just shut up and fight me. Just let's just butt heads and see who comes out on top. Naito is the complete opposite. He's all about the nonsense, and more specifically, he's all about stalling tactics and trying to make sure that his opponent gets off their game. So really, if it comes right down to it, unless Makabe kind of does to Naito what he did to Toru Yano on night 1 and just kind of dominates him from bell to bell, I highly doubt Makabe is going to win this match because Naito's head games are going to get the better of him.
Naito has been so impressive lately. I mean, and really the only downfall of Naito could be that one loss to Shibata, to your point earlier, because if those two men end up having records that tie in this block and they battle for supremacy, Shibata is going to win that battle because he beat Naito in their one-on-one encounter.
Exactly.
So if you're Naito, your mindset is twofold. One, you want to keep winning. You want to keep winning your matches, obviously. But two, you have to hope that Shibata loses somewhere along the way. And seeing as how impressive as Shibata has been, that seems pretty unlikely for the moment. But look at
Shibata's
Naito.
already gotten his AJ Styles match out of the way, which was really kind of the last one that we expected, or really one of the only 2 or 3 people that we expect in this block to be able to take Shibata out. I don't think Shibata has faced Tanahashi yet, though, so that'll be a very interesting match. That might end up being another L, another tally in the L column for Shibata.
And then it may all come down to Naito's efforts. And let me tell you something. Naito will not go quietly. He will not surrender this block to Shibata quietly or to anybody. And he proved that when he beat Tanahashi and AJ Styles in successive matches. You can't say that about anybody else in this block. Absolutely unbelievable is Naito. And this is it. This is the mind game right here. The mask, the suit. He was walking out, and if you noticed, Ashton, so many of the New Japan faithful, they had their arms outstretched. They wanted to touch Naito. They wanted to high-five Naito. Naito breezed right past every single one of them. I mean, that's his mindset now. The fans don't matter. I matter. Hell, I don't even really know if Naito believes this matters. But he's given it his all, or at least what he would define as his all.
We know he cares to a degree because he's been winning.
Absolutely.
You don't win matches in the G1 Climax without trying.
Absolutely. And that's just the quality of the participants in this tournament. Because if there's one thing that Naito may care about, it is the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, but so does that man, Togi Makabe. And I'll tell you, he is one tough son of a gun, but hasn't been as impressive as I think you and I anticipated he would be. I mean, what do you think about Makabe's tournament experience thus far, Ashton?
I was really disappointed with the loss to Bad Luck Fale. I feel like that was kind of the only real true blemish on Makabe's G1 experience so far, just because I definitely wasn't expecting. And the thing is, not only did he lose to Fale, he got dominated by Fale.
Yeah. And I mean, you're talking
kind of embarrassing, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the Shibata match. I mean, it's Shibata. There's no shame in losing to Shibata, but Fale?
Yeah. I mean, I have to agree with you there. You know, no arguments here. I mean, Makabe is the never openweight champion. He has a lot to be proud of, but I think he needs to reassess where he is in this tournament because he just really hasn't been as impressive as I personally expected him to be. But here's the thing, and I do want to say this here. If he can beat Naito, if he can beat the man that beat Tanahashi and AJ Styles in successive matches and is currently at a 3-1 record looking to go 4-1, I mean, Makabe would have a lot to write home about in my estimation. It wouldn't undo all the damage because every match counts in the G1 Climax, make no mistake. But it would certainly have to dull the pain a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like I kind of said this just a couple seconds ago, but I really want to reiterate. I feel like Makabe should be 3-1 as well to join Naito and Shibata. Well, now obviously Shibata's 4-1, but to kind of join those ranks. But Makabe at 2-2, if he does win this match, it would send both he and Naito into that 3-2 category.
Absolutely.
It's getting a little crowded.
And I'll tell you something. You look at those eyes of Naito, they tell the entire story, just expressionless. You know, I don't even know what the man's thinking when he comes out here, and there's something very off-putting about that. I mean, you could tell when you read a man's face. Is he focused? Is he a bit anxious? With Naito, nothing registers. Nothing registers. And there's just something about that I think gives him an edge and puts the rest of us off, maybe including Makabe, but that remains to be seen. You could see Makabe, I think, even looks a little bit annoyed that Naito is taking this long to disrobe to get in his proper ring attire.
I think we could have seen this coming, though. I mean, like I was saying, Makabe is very no-nonsense, just shut up and let's fight, and here Naito is taking his grand old time, and the referee is making Makabe stand back and wait, so by the time the match starts, Makabe is going to be overheated.
Absolutely, and Hey, you know what? The saying goes, and I've said it a few times throughout this tournament, dance with who brung ya. And Naito has done this same thing before, and he'll continue to do this same thing. And it's
Oh,
proven
and the ref did
very
ring the
kind to
bell.
him.
The ref rang the bell, and now he's telling him to go. But Naito's still just taking his grand old time, taking his suit off.
We could see another situation, as in his match with Shibata, where Shibata just goes on the attack, and Naito will have to create an opening for himself to fully get into his ring gear later.
He's such a troll. I love it. Crowd firmly behind Makabe, though.
Look, Naito just doesn't. He is so cautiously, like slowly, undoing each button, and now he's just staring at Makabe. He's even stopped taking off the clothes. What is Naito doing here?
Psyching him out, man. Psyching him out.
Unbelievable. And Naito, this transformation. I mean, you talked about how he went to, and here we go. Here we go. I was gonna finish the thought about Naito's backstory, so to speak, but Makabe doesn't want to hear any more about Naito.
The fact that Naito grabbed onto the ropes and smiled, as if to say, "I've got your number, Makabe, and there's nothing you could do about it."
And now
And
oh,
just dominating Makabe on the outside, guardrail to guardrail to guardrail. And now Makabe gonna have to struggle to get back in the ring. I think Naito is gonna use this as an opportunity to disrobe.
and he is. And the mind games worked, Ashton. The mind games worked. He suckered Makabe in. Makabe's own momentum carried him out of the ring. And then from just pillar to post, guardrail to guardrail, Naito was able to just totally take it to Makabe. And now there it is. That's the ring gear. Naito pulled it off. And that cocky son of a bitch might just go 4-1 before it's all over. But Makabe has got to get out of his own head. And now look at that, that forearm there.
Naito just clubs Makabe. My goodness. I've never seen Makabe, well, other than the Fale match, I haven't seen Makabe struggle this much.
I think we've really learned a weakness about Makabe is there's another forearm by Naito. The man isn't the most cerebral. The man gets in his own head, and look at that by Naito.
I love it. He's so good. Naito is like, I don't even, like, Hernandez levels of heel right now.
I mean, Ashton, I would call him the 180 of professional wrestling. Because you and I did not care nearly as much about Naito when he was the guy that everybody was fangirling over, and he seemed like your run-of-the-mill mid-carder.
Yeah, I even compared him to Kofi Kingston on multiple occasions, and now he's so much better than that.
I feel like this Naito is capable of being IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
For sure.
And now, oh, Makabe, though, with that power, almost knocking the guardrail off. I mean, Naito made full
and Naito
deck.
just has this look on his face like, damn it, why didn't I see that coming?
I think he has this look on his face almost like he's already bored. Like, man, this is such a drag. I could be doing something else.
I was supposed to have won this match by now, and this guy's putting up a fight. God.
Such a pain in my ass.
Yeah, I've got
now he's gonna
people to see.
Look at that. I'm telling you.
I love it.
I can't stop heaping the praise on Naito, folks. Forgive me. I mean, I am objective. This is not me rooting for Naito. This is just me appreciating good strategy. He is totally messing with Makabe's mind right now, and Makabe is totally helpless.
Helpless? And I don't know about helpless.
Well, that's my thing, though. I was even getting ready to say, and the scary thing about that was Makabe was just on the offensive, but I don't think that equates to Naito losing control.
And the one thing that nobody will ever kind of claim that Makabe is a high flyer, so he's not going to go flying over the top rope after Naito. He just went out and tried to get to him. But now look at this. Naito reverses the momentum and sends Makabe into the guardrail again. And now sends him right back into the ring because now Naito has the advantage. He was waiting for him to have an advantageous position, and now he does. And now he's got that rear chin lock, and it's just brilliant. Oh, and just an elbow to the head. Another elbow to the head.
And now he's just got that rear chin lock in perfectly, and he's really torquing on it. I like that, Ashton. I think most people, when they do a rear chin lock, they keep it static. They let the knee in the back do all the work. Not Naito. He wants to work over everything. Shoots Makabe off the ropes here. Nice back elbow.
Off the ropes and a drop kick.
Right to the head.
I love that he has all this energy, that he can do this amazing like Irish whip and then the drop kick, and then he just kind of lays there like, oh, well, my job's done for the minute.
Absolutely.
Are you going to count, ref? His shoulders are down.
Well, I don't know. I think he and now Naito just shoving the referee.
Poor Red Shoes.
Yeah, he can't catch a break, especially with Naito in the ring. This wouldn't be the first time that Naito's bullied an official. But I'll tell you, when you're as good as Naito has been, I don't really know how much I can admonish the man. And now look at that. Maybe going for no. I thought he may have been going for an armbar, but you see he's got the head scissors around the head and neck of Makabe. Now he's got the torque on that. So again, that same game plan, Ashton, that same game plan for that finisher of Naito. Just working over that neck. Oh man, Naito, so vicious, so methodical.
I know it can't actually happen because they're not in the same block, unless they both win, which I kind of doubt will happen, but I want Naito versus Ishii.
Yeah, that would be a great matchup. And now look at that, Naito just applying as much pressure as he can. And Makabe now, finally, I think he will. Yes, he gets the foot on the rope.
The amount that Naito smiles in his matches is really off-putting.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. But it's all about that psychological edge you and I have been talking about all matchup. For Naito, wrestling isn't just purely a physical endeavor. It's a mental one as well. And I think Naito has a very intuitive understanding of that fact.
And he's taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. As much advantage as one person is capable of taking in a situation like this.
But that's where the Shibata thing kind of comes in, because Shibata is completely unfazed by mental games. He just does not care. You scare the crap out of him with a jump scare, and he just slaps you in the face and then locks you in a sleeper.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and now Makabe challenging Naito. Kick me harder.
Makabe will not be disrespected. He will not be denied. We know that a win over Naito would be huge for Makabe. Naito, though, still with the shots. Makabe eating it. I think he's smiling even.
That's the happiest I've ever seen Makabe in my entire life.
I mean, but Naito spit on him, and Makabe, that was the last straw. Now he comes out with the rebound forearms there, but Naito
but the neck of Makabe gave, though. And that gave Naito the opening he needed to get advantage again. Now Naito into the ropes, the forearm, and Makabe just ate it. Naito is just walking away. Makabe wants more. Oh, but Makabe with the lariat.
Oh, man, Makabe. This could be the opening. He needed that lariat, just taking Naito off his feet. Now Naito kind of favoring the back of his head and neck. Can Makabe make something happen here? Picks up Naito by the hair. Oh, that can't feel good. Now shoots him into the corner. Charges. Clothesline in the corner there. Makabe firing up. Another clothesline in the corner.
Gets up. We're going to get a 10 count.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, and now Makabe. Could it be the Northern Lights? Northern Lights here.
1, 2, and Naito kicks out.
Yeah, Naito's staying in it. It's not going to be that easy. This man has gone to distance and won against Tanahashi and AJ Styles. That's all the credibility that man needs. Makabe with the waistlock attempt. Naito fights out of it. And now Makabe, I think he may have flipped Naito off there.
Yeah, he did. The double bird.
Oh, and that neck breaker by Naito. Brilliant.
It looked almost like he was trying to set up for his finisher, but didn't quite do it and just went for the neck breaker instead. Still effective. Especially because the neck is what he's been targeting all match. It's still very effective, actually.
Absolutely.
Now Naito going to come off the top rope. A springboard drop kick. Nice. Springboard missile drop kick.
Excellent. Excellent drop kick. And now Naito going to charge into the corner. And I'll look at that. The feet on throat trips him up. Triangle drop kick here, and he gets it.
I love that combo. It's so smart.
How good has Naito been, not just in this match, but in the entirety of the G1 Climax? Definitely one of the standouts. Very lax cover, and Makabe kicks out.
It's the laxness of that cover that allowed Makabe to kick out so easily.
Precisely. You know, there are times when Naito's apathy can be his undoing, and we saw it there.
Makabe blocks.
Reverse the waist lock.
Reverse waist lock. Here we go. Naito with the elbows. Makabe reeling a bit here. Naito off the ropes. Power slam.
Nice power slam by Makabe. And now Makabe, let's see here if he can follow it up. Maybe with suplex or brainbuster, some kind of power-based maneuver, I think would really serve Makabe well. Power bomb, maybe.
Baby.
Oh no, Naito slips
Naito
out.
gets out of it. Falling forward kick.
Very nicely done by Naito. And man, Makabe, if you look in his eyes, he looks so glazed over. He looks all out of sorts.
What do you even call that kick, John? Like he fell forward into a flip and kicked him with his heel. It's like an inverted Pele almost.
Yeah, I know there's a technical term for that kick. I can't think of it at the moment. But now he's got Makabe seated on the top rope. I don't know. This may be ill-advised merely because of Makabe's power advantage.
Rana.
Oh, he gets the Hurricane Rana off anyway. He got it.
It was almost a Frankensteiner, actually.
And now Naito, is he going to go for the finisher? No. German by Naito.
1, 2. Oh, my God, that was close. I thought he had him there. I was crazy.
That was a very weak kick out, though, by Makabe.
Yeah, it really was.
Naito may not have much more to do before he picks up the win here. And now look at this full Nelson. Could it be a dragon suplex? No, Makabe trying to resist.
Successfully resisting so far.
Absolutely, but then tried to go for the kick there to Naito. What a forearm by Makabe. Good God, that was a straight shot in the mouth. Oh, man, what is Naito going to do here? He just crumpled to the floor. This could be Makabe's moment here. Oh, man, can Makabe capitalize again? I cannot underscore how big this victory would be for Makabe. All he has to do is reach out and take it. The table's been set. That forearm rocked Naito. Powerbomb attempt again. Naito fights out of it again.
Out of it.
Oh, but he got it anyway. 2. And Naito kicked out anyway.
And by the way, John, I did a little bit of research. The name of that forward falling kick that Naito did, it's called a rolling wheel kick.
Rolling wheel kick. Well, beautifully executed. Now, Makabe. Oh, falling forward Death Valley driver. Oh, now he's going to go to the top rope here. This could be it for Naito. Oh, he moved out of the way. He moved out of the way.
And now Makabe is going to be hurt, but Naito still needs to recover from that Death Valley driver.
Yeah, but he may have shot out that knee, did Makabe. He wanted to go full force with that knee on Naito. Got nothing but canvas, and that's got to be excruciating.
Now Naito looks definitely got some like devious plans going on right now.
Absolutely. And now Naito
just punches Makabe, but you do not want to challenge Makabe to a fist fight.
Absolutely. And now Naito.
If you're going to beat Makabe, it's going to be with moves and flips and psychological torment, not with punches.
Absolutely. And these two just going back and forth and back and forth. But Makabe now seems
Makabe knows. Makabe knows that Naito's playing right into his own hand. But Naito's smiling and just challenging Makabe to hit me with your best shot. And Makabe doing just that.
I mean, Ashton,
Naito spat in his face again.
Oh, wow. And then, look at that. The forearm's there. But Makabe. Oh, wow. And he rocks Naito again with just a hard forearm. Off the ropes. Oh, went for the lariat. No, didn't get it. Waistlock by Naito.
Just a club to the back.
I think Makabe is so close to this victory, he can taste it. But Naito, so shrewd, so wily. He's exploited the neck. He's frustrated Makabe. He's done everything right.
Lariat to the back of the neck.
He got it. Now if he could just get it forward, it would be over here.
Into the roll through.
Oh, the victor.
2. No.
Did he get it?
Makabe kicks out.
No, Makabe did kick out.
Inverted atomic drop.
Beautiful jackknife cover.
Senton there. Oh, into a roll through, Okada roll.
Yeah. Makabe kicks out.
Was that a jackknife pin, John?
That was a jackknife cover, yes.
What an enziguri!
Oh, this could be it. Is Naito going to go for his finish here? I would think that he would want to. No, he doesn't. I don't know how smart that was.
Oh, but it comes flying off the rope. Makabe caught him. Makabe wants the German. Naito reverses. Here we go. This is going to be it. No, Makabe with the lariat.
Oh, he had it scouted. That could be it there. Oh, and Makabe feels it too. Oh, man, I think we're about ready to see Naito lose
German.
Here.
Bridge. 1,
he got it.
2. Naito kicks out.
Wow, Naito stayed in it.
I thought that angry now. Makabe looks like he's ready to put this match away and end it.
Absolutely. He doesn't want to give Naito any more time than he's already gotten. I thought that lariat took Naito's head clean
Oh, another
off.
lariat to the back of the head this time.
That's
Set
so
Naito up on
smart.
the top rope. I don't know if you want to do that there, Makabe. He's a little bit more adept to high flying than you are. He wants a German off the top.
Good God, it'll kill him. It'll kill him, and Naito knows it. He's hanging on
Oh,
for
he
dear
just slammed
life.
Naito's head into the steel ring post.
Oh, good God, that's gotta... No! No! Naito's still resisting.
Oh, but again.
Oh, man, how...
Naito's drooling.
Oh, that's gotta be it. But he's still clenching, Ashton. Look at the fight in Naito.
Naito refuses to be German suplexed off this top rope.
Wow,
Oh, there it is.
that's it.
Naito's bleeding. Naito's bleeding.
God, he is busted open.
And the knee drop from the top rope. The King Kong knee drop. That's got to be it. One, two, three. He got him. Makabe wins. Makabe sends both himself and Naito into that 3-2 record bracket.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Makabe. And he made Naito bleed.
That cut looks shockingly similar to Toru Yano's.
He has made Naito spill blood in the same ring that he has desecrated with his disrespect. And Makabe stands tall, the never open weight champion, reminding us all just how tough he really is. But you gotta...
It took so much to put Naito away, though. He was so resilient.
You're talking it took not once, but twice that Makabe had, and he's smiling. Naito is smiling. There is something deeply, deeply offset about that young man.
He's disturbed.
I don't even think that begins to cover it. I think we would need a thesaurus just to begin to break ground.
Oh, man. I don't know if he still comments at all, but we had someone that used to comment thesaurus entries for us when we said stuff like that.
Well, they may need to help us here because Naito, the idea that he's smiling at the sight of his own blood and a loss here says everything you need to know about the mindset of that man.
He just attacked Dave Finlay.
Wow. No respect.
Whatsoever.
No regard for anybody, not even himself if he's smiling at the sight of his own blood. Naito's psychotic.
To say the least.
But I don't know if I could even say he's out of this thing yet.
No, I mean, he's in the same category right now as AJ Styles, who he has a win over.
And I'll tell you what, if Shibata were to lose his next match and Naito could get back winning, they'd be tied up again. I mean, this isn't over between those two, but Shibata's got to be smiling, knowing that he's kind of monopolized, the lead a little bit here.
He has. He is the only person right now with 4 wins under their belt.
And Naito, still disrespectful, still crass, still off edge. Women seem to love it. I don't understand it. And he loses here tonight to Togi Makabe.
And now Tanahashi taking on Toru Yano. Is this our main event, I believe?
No, don't we have one more match after this?
No, this is our main event. This is our 5th match of the night. We had Tenzan Ibushi, Shibata Fale, Styles Gallows, and then Makabe Naito. And now we're getting into our main event of the night. Tanahashi versus Toru Yano is main eventing.
I am going to enjoy this far more than I should. If you guys have been listening to us, you know the history between Toru Yano and Tanahashi. And Toru Yano has Tanahashi's number. He catches him in roll-ups, and he shockingly gets the win. Tanahashi can't understand it. It frustrates him to no end. Can Toru Yano pull it off again where it really matters? That is the question.
That's the big question, because you kind of have to wonder, like, we get that Tanahashi loses to Toru Yano by stupid stuff like roll-ups and that kind of thing, but it really hasn't mattered that much. It's just been kind of random matches thrown together, maybe like a tag team match or something like that. But now, this is a really important match. Tanahashi knows he needs to kind of channel that extra little oomph just to make sure that he doesn't lose to a stupid little silly roll-up.
Absolutely. Tanahashi needs to bring everything that has made him the man, and I'd argue, and then some. Here's the thing. It's been so fascinating to me to watch Toru Yano throughout this tournament, because we get it. He's a prankster. He likes to cause mischief. He's that comedy act. But I think there's a very dangerous element to Toru Yano, because while we all may laugh, oh, look at him, guys, Toru Yano's undoing the turnbuckle pad. Oh, look at him, guys, Toru Yano's going for the roll-up. No, this man is very, very shrewd. His mind could be stacked up with the best of them, and I would pick Toru Yano to come out victorious. Do not sleep on Toru Yano simply because the marquee reads Toru Yano versus Tanahashi, because that is your mistake, not his.
In 2015, these two guys have had 2 singles matches so far, and they've split them. Toru Yano won the first one, and it was a really quick, I think it was like a 2-minute, 3-minute match. Toru Yano probably won with a roll-up, and that was for the New Japan Cup this year, which Kota Ibushi ended up winning the whole tournament. But now, and then Tanahashi ended up beating Toru Yano at the much more recent Dominion, which was in July. And now, this is almost, I mean, for the year, I know that they faced before 2015, but for the year, this is their tiebreaker.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm telling you, Toru Yano currently stands at a record of 1-3. If he can beat Tanahashi here, they have the same record at 2-3 apiece. So, big stuff here. Whereas if Tanahashi can win, he can move up to 3-2, which isn't a bad place to be. But, I mean, man, the whole world has got to be watching Shibata right now.
Yeah.
And now Tanahashi just strumming that air guitar. He may have to put that air guitar to bed because, oh, it's Toru Yano with the disrespect right out of the gate. Tanahashi, though, not letting it consume him. I like that. I think he's going to need to have control over his own emotions if he has any hope of beating Toru Yano here. Now Tanahashi posing with the crowd here, still getting in that rhythm.
I just did some research, and in singles matches prior to 2015, Tanahashi has won 11 of the 14 singles matches that they've had together. Toru Yano has won 2, and they went to a draw. But now in 2015, they're 1-1. And that's what matters, because prior to 2015, the last time they had a singles match was in 2012. So it's been quite a while.
Absolutely. I mean, Shakespeare once said the past is prologue. It's not even the beginning of the story.
Exactly.
So what happened yesterday is irrelevant. It is today. It is G1 Climax Day 9 in the main event. That's all that matters right now. And Tanahashi signaling the support that he has among the New Japan faithful. Toru Yano also beloved, despite again being very malicious, being very mischievous. This crowd can't help but just get into his antics. Hell, I can't help but get into his antics. And here we go here. Now, Ashton, you've talked about...
There's the lockup. Oh, wow, Toru Yano right away with the headlock, side headlock.
I'm surprised already. It's been 5 seconds and Toru Yano hasn't necessarily cheated yet. That's got to be a new personal best for him.
Might be.
And now look at that, the shoulder block there to Tanahashi. And
Toru Yano definitely has a bit of a power advantage. He's a bigger guy than Tanahashi by quite a bit.
And now look at that head.
Tanahashi in the back.
Very nice.
That's the advantage that Toru Yano has over Tanahashi. Beyond just the size advantage, Tanahashi is a very clean fighter. Tanahashi will never go for any kind of cheap tricks. He's got a very pure kind of mind when it comes to wrestling. And Tanahashi, being that sort of pure, almost naive wrestler, allows Toru Yano to take advantage of it quite a bit.
Absolutely. And Ashton, let me get your analysis on something since you've done all the research, so I feel like it's fitting that you answer this question. I mean, does your strategy change at all when you've been in the ring so many times, either if you're Toru Yano or Tanahashi? I mean, do you try and show a bit of versatility, maybe to catch your opposition off guard, or do you just stick with what brought you to the dance, as has been kind of a running theme in this tournament?
Well, that's how Tanahashi beat Toru Yano at Dominion. He changed it up a little bit. He kind of played along with Toru Yano.
Oh, wow, now look at that. That slap in the back of the head, now kind of gesturing to Toru Yano like, this guy, who's this guy? And now there's the forearm there in the corner. And now Toru Yano versus the Irish Whip.
Oh, back elbow there by Tanahashi and the springboard cross elbow. Oh, but Toru Yano rolls through 1-2. Tanahashi kicks out.
Tanahashi kicks out. And you have to pay attention to every pinfall attempt from Toru Yano because he could catch Tanahashi here. And look at Toru Yano hanging onto the ropes. No way. A man that size?
Oh, he tried.
That's all you can ask for in life.
And a drop kick. See? Again, Tanahashi not putting up with Toru Yano's nonsense quite so much anymore.
Yeah, but Toru Yano, you have to wonder if he gave Tanahashi the victory in that battle so that he can win the Greater War. I never know what's going on in Toru Yano's head, but now the forearm's there by Tanahashi. And now look at that, the blatant eye rake there by Toru Yano. Takes Tanahashi down.
Catapult.
He's going to catapult him into the
guardrail. And there it is.
Wow. Man, the history between these two.
I love when moves like that happen and the crowd just kind of does like a casual golf clap. Like they're just kind of impressed. Like, yes, we approve of what you just did. And now Tanahashi throws Toru Yano into that steel ring post. Not good news for Toru Yano. I really hope that the stitches hold up.
Yeah, but look at Tanahashi here. Actually, I don't agree with this.
That's
the running charge.
Oh! He went fully committed to that crossbody, and he ended up hitting a crossbody on the steel ring post. And now Toru Yano undoes a ring turnbuckle. I wonder if there's a record. If there is such thing as the record for shortest amount of time to undo a turnbuckle pad, because if that record exists, I'm pretty sure Toru Yano is the one that holds the record.
Not only is Toru Yano the one that holds the record, he's the only one in competition with himself.
He monopolized. Like, when you go to the arcade when you were a kid and you would see, like, you would go up to play Galaga or something like that, and you would see the exact same three initial person taking up, like, all 10 of the first 10 spots on the leaderboard. That's Toru Yano as far as that record goes.
I hated kids like that, mainly because they made me confront my own inadequacy, but this isn't about me. Toru Yano now stays on the offensive.
And I don't know if you noticed, John, but he already used that exposed turnbuckle on Tanahashi.
Absolutely. And Ashton, how much of a difference maker is Tanahashi, just his midsection colliding with that ring post, gonna be for Toru Yano?
Pulling the hair there by Toru Yano. And yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if Toru Yano even has a finisher, or if his finisher is literally just a small package or just a roll-up, but you would definitely think that both of those cases, any kind of pin gets more difficult to kick out of when you have a softened up midsection.
Absolutely. I almost feel like calling his small package the DVD shill, but I digress. As you see now, he's just really just colliding Tanahashi's skull with that exposed turnbuckle, and now just fish hooking the nose. Oh, man.
It's shameless. It's just so shameless. And he lets go temporarily to go right back to it. And the ref just lets him. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. You're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this ref, man, after getting disrespected by Naito and everything else, he's like, you know what? Screw it. You're going to see how valuable I am when I just let things go. Please, he's fish hooking me in the nostrils. Well, you should have thought about that before you didn't get me a Christmas card. This is what happens. Turnbuckle again right in the back of Tanahashi. And here's the thing, Ashton, and I can't believe that I'm giving Toru Yano credit like this, but there is a psychological benefit, because if that back and that midsection, just everything is worn down, how hard is it going to be to get off a high fly flow?
That too. And even if he does get it off, it's going to hurt so much he's not going to be able to capitalize.
Exactly.
Now, look, Toru Yano, almost a brainbuster there.
Yeah, just a long, delayed vertical suplex almost into a brainbuster. Hooks the leg, and Tanahashi stays in it. You were talking a multi-time IWGP heavyweight champion. It is going to take more than that, Toru Yano. It is going to take all of your tricks, and then maybe some after that.
Even though he's never won the world championship, Toru Yano is a former two-time IWGP tag team champion. Once with Iizuka, and the other time with Togi Makabe. So they've been a tag team champions before.
Very interesting. And now look at that again, blatantly raking the eyes.
I don't know if you remember Iizuka from Wrestle Kingdom, but he was the guy that had that weird metal claw that he clocked people in the head with.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the scary looking bald guy with the mustache.
And Toru
Yano sent into his own exposed turnbuckle, and the forearm there from Tanahashi.
Yeah, I thought it might have been a sling blade, but no, it was a forearm. And now look at that. Oh, nice. I think it was like a senton there. And then a flip there, flipping senton. Hooks the leg, and Toru Yano just kicked out. Oh, Tanahashi getting in a rhythm, though. He is getting in a rhythm. Can he capitalize on this here? Toru Yano backpedaling a little bit. Uppercut there by Tanahashi. Shoots Toru Yano into the outside corner. No, Toru Yano reverses the Irish whip. Oh, but there's that low ball drop kick right into the knee of Toru Yano.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't feel good. You got to wonder, though, what exactly is the purpose of Tanahashi targeting the knee of Toru Yano?
Maybe Toru Yano was anticipating Tanahashi going high.
Oh, high
He
fly
went
flow,
low.
maybe.
High fly
Toru Yano's
flow.
not going to let him hit it.
Wow,
Went under
smart
the
by
ring.
Toru Yano. Smart by Toru Yano.
Toru Yano went under the ring to avoid the high fly flow. That's the ultimate nope.
I couldn't have said it better, my friend. And look at that, all the way on the other side. Tanahashi has to see that, though. And now look at
Yano! Oh, you should have paid attention, man. You could have called that. That was so easy to see coming.
Oh, and now look at that. Vaults over the ropes with the crossbody, taking Toru Yano down. Man, oh man.
Down.
This is crazy right now. And now Toru Yano, it seems like has a faraway look in his eye.
That's just how
it looks. Yeah, that's just his normal look.
Yeah.
And now look at that, though. Grabs on Tanahashi and again into the guardrail.
Although it might also be the concussion that he almost definitely suffered from that headbutt from Tenzan a few days ago.
Now look at that. Grabs Tanahashi again. He is
the count out. The count out.
And Toru Yano does beat the count.
Oh my goodness, that was close. That's all Toru Yano was trying to do was prevent Tanahashi from getting back into the ring because he wanted to whip my count out. Oh my god. Toru Yano, so smart, but so strange. I love it.
Yeah, he's definitely crazier than a pet coon, one might say, is Toru Yano. And now Tanahashi going to pick Toru Yano up by the head here.
By the hair, specifically. Oh, and
yeah.
Scoop slam. He wants a high fly flow, maybe.
I don't know, though. Oh, look at that. Wow. And, missed the senton.
And Toru Yano is up. Is he going to do the pose, maybe? No.
Toru Yano is so proud of himself. Guys, I dodged. I dodged, everyone.
Oh, but there we go. Tanahashi.
Oh, they're up. They're up.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Oh.
I thought he had him. Oh, my goodness. I thought he had him.
I thought he had him, too. Oh, could he be? Oh.
The catapult this time.
Right with the skull. Craggy with the exposed turnbuckle. Irish whip again into the exposed turnbuckle.
He is abusing Tanahashi on that turnbuckle right now. And is he going to go for a power bomb onto a buckle bomb onto the exposed turnbuckle? No. Ride.
Oh my! Last ride by Toru Yano. Cover 2.
And Tanahashi kicks out again.
Wow. Definitely Toru Yano's most impressive bout thus far.
You know, John, I don't mean to take us out of the moment or anything, but this match has actually been really good. I was expecting it to be enjoyable, but it's actually been like a legitimately good wrestling match, too.
Like I said, Toru Yano's best performance thus far, bar none. And now what's he going for here?
Oh, he was going for that scoop brainbuster, I think.
And look at that backslide here by Tanahashi, but the power of Toru Yano. Now he clasps the arms. Low blow!
Low blow! Backslide! 1, 2! Oh, and Tanahashi manages to kick out just in time.
Tanahashi knows I'm going to laugh at him if he gets caught in a roll-up. He just does not want that to happen.
Toru Yano calls that scoop brainbuster the Kagamiwari.
The Kagamiwari?
Kagamiwari.
Kagamiwari. Man, I love that I'm learning Japanese little by little because of this tournament. But again!
Is he going to do another one? Oh, almost a triple!
And
just a slap in the face.
Oh my god, this matchup right now.
Oh, that was an interesting, almost like a Taka Michinoku driver, maybe?
Yeah, like a scoop packaged Michinoku driver of sorts. It was pretty weird. And now could it be the high fly flow here? And normally when a guy goes on his stomach, that matters, but not to Tanahashi. And
it just
wow!
Wow, Red Shoes really hates his life right now.
Toru Yano did not look at him looking up at the ceiling like, yep, this is my life.
I think he actually knocked the ref into the rope, and that's what happened. And that knocked
Tanahashi down. That's exactly what happened. And now, though, Tanahashi still can't.
Inverted atomic drop.
And now look at this. Maybe Sling Blade. Maybe Sling Blade. No. Toru Yano catches him.
I need for an atomic drop from Toriano, and they both have problems right now.
Oh my God. Toru Yano's insane. Oh man.
Tanahashi building himself up.
Oh, but look at that momentum. And now we're going to really see a skin the cat here. Toru Yano, turn around. Turn around.
Toru. And he turns around.
Sling Blade here.
There
he got it.
Took him long enough. He's been going for it for so long. And the ref is back up. Red Shoes is back up, folks. And now Tanahashi wants that high fly flow.
Imagine it'll be over if he hits it here. And he doesn't. He doesn't.
Rolls out of the way. Toru Yano just has this look on his face like, oh man, I'm such a trickster. I pulled it off.
Oh my God, this match. I don't think I've ever laughed so much and this hard throughout the entire G1 Climax. But again, to Ashton's point, this has been a legitimately great matchup, guys. We're not laughing at the match. Yeah. It's just the antics of Toru Yano. And is that a chair? Did he just grab a chair?
I think so. Yeah, he did.
Crazy son of a bitch. Come on, Rev, step in there. And he is. I don't know how much that's going to matter. Oh, look at that. Caught the kick.
Oh, the dragon screw, and it takes the ref down. By the way, I was doing a little bit of research, and as it turns out, the name of that kind of scoop Michinoku driver is the 12-6. It's a leg hook sit-out slam.
The 12-6. And now look at this, though. The referee is down, and Toru Yano still has the chair. That's the story here.
It doesn't matter that the referee's down. He would have used the chair regardless, and the referee wouldn't have done anything about it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. If Tanahashi, and he does not, I was going to say, if Tanahashi was able to have a reversal of fortunes, then the referee wouldn't have been able to make the count anyway. That was my point. Toru Yano, he's always going to do whatever the hell he wants. But if the ref recover...
He wants that scoop brainbuster onto the chair.
That 12-6 again, this time on a chair, and you have to imagine that...
No, the 12-6 was Tanahashi's move.
Oh, right. No, again, you're saying the scoop brainbuster. That is my mistake. Regardless if he hits it. No,
he's not even going for it. He's going for some
maybe another last ride here.
Last ride, yeah. Tanahashi fights out of it. The neck breaker. The spinning neck breaker.
And he reopens the wound. Wow. Another sling blade
again, maybe?
Yep. On the
chair, though.
This is going to be it for Tanahashi here. This is his moment. I have to imagine the referee, though, still being tended to.
And Toru Yano's stitches came undone.
Absolutely, and that's
There's the high fly flow. Goes for the pin.
That's going to do it. He's got it. The referee in.
2, and that's
there it is. Wow.
Now Toru Yano needs to get re-stitched up.
What a match.
That was a lot of fun.
Tanahashi wins this bout. But I'll be damned if Toru Yano didn't give him a run for his money. That last ride, the use of the steel chair, the exposed turnbuckle. I mean, Toru Yano, he had some great offensive flurries and, of course, his bag of tricks as well. And Tanahashi showing, yes, you are up 3-2 in your standing in this tournament.
And I'm guessing now that, oh, wow. Toru Yano's really bleeding pretty bad.
And I'll tell you what, man, he is going to have to get restitched. Yikes. Toru Yano. But here's the thing, Ashton, I don't think Toru Yano would have had it any other way. He knows the risk of using the tricks and doing everything that he does. He wouldn't have brought that steel chair, and if he didn't think to himself, even for a millisecond, this could be used against me. I don't think Toru Yano has any regrets. The only regret he has is that he got pinned for 3 seconds. That's it.
Yep. And maybe the chain of events leading up to that, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, all right. Well, that was a really, really fun match. I'm glad we closed on that note because I feel like that was definitely those last 2 matches, the Makabe match and then that match, were definitely the best matches of the night. As much as I loved Shibata Fale, I definitely enjoyed those last 2 matches more. Because Shibata Fale just kind of felt like, your fairly typical chopping down the redwood kind of match,
Absolutely.
And those last 2 matches were just plain entertaining. That's what it comes down to. They entertain the crap out of me, and that's all I can ask, right?
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, John, any last thoughts on tonight's show?
Day 9, absolutely fantastic. Again, the field continues to change. Tanahashi ends on 3-2. Excited for day 10 on Tuesday.
Day 10 is on Tuesday, and the matches that we're going to be getting are Elgin Takahashi, Hanma Kojima, Nagata Ishii, Okada Anderson, and Nakamura Goto. It's going to be a absolutely stacked night, and we will see you all then.